My name is Chris Glessinger and my current position is critical care paramedic on the rescue helicopter. Critical care paramedic is just an extension of a paramedic with an extended skill set. The extended skill set means that we can put people into an induced coma by the use of medications, and that's mainly either to protect their airway or to protect their brain. We have a wider range of medication guidelines that we can use, and we can also do some invasive procedures in the front of the neck and the chest for certain conditions.
We're a dual role service, so we do primary emergency service rescue as well as the primary response to accidents which don't involve rescues. We're either going offshore into water or hanging off onto ships and boats to do the rescue side of things, or we're responding to road traffic accidents, motorbike accidents, bicycles.
We have 3 people who works on the helicopter. That includes me as a critical care paramedic.
Garth Fitzgerald, I'm one of the air crewmen on site.
Craig Bowman, I'm one of the pilots here on the rescue helicopter at Jandakot.
The level of teamwork is important, it's essential.
Sorry, bro, you're looking a bit... They really work.
Parched.
There you go.
Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? Very lucky to work with the gentlemen that we work with, and I think all 3 organisations, I think we well support each other. In terms of St John's supports CHC, CHC supports St John's, and we both support DFAS in the ethos behind the rescue helicopter service.
I'm the aircraft captain. I'm responsible for the safety of the aircraft overall. But once we're on the ground, the air crew, we're just extra set of hands to help. Our responsibility there has stopped, and it's basically whoever needs to work to be done, we just work for them. So the teamwork is in the aircraft. The CCPs are part of the flight crew, they're qualified.
Some of the other roles I do as a CCP is work on road on an ambulance. This is to maintain our on-road skill set and just the operations side of working on the road, keep up with any changes or those subtle differences that occur when we're not on the helicopter. And also we've recently introduced an air desk into the State Operations Centre. The air desk supports the crew in the helicopter by just the fact that we as CCPs bring our experience of working on the helicopter and the retrieval service, so we have a better understanding of the systems, especially when it comes to landing zones and communication at those zones and with different agencies. And we can also support the CCP while he's on scene, just with clinical management or asthma consultations, which is consultations with doctors.
I met Chris 12 years ago when I was volunteering for St John Ambulance. He was the station manager at Serpentine Depot, and he actually is the person that encouraged me to apply to become a paramedic. In the last 12 years, he's actually been a significant role model for me in my career.
Chris to me was a great mentor. He does the best on every type of job that he does for the organisation and for the patients that he's caring for.
He always strives to be the best clinician that he can be.
Technically very proficient. He's incredible to watch on the job. I don't know how the guys do the job sometimes. There's a lot of responsibility, and we're not dealing with low-end trauma.
He's very compassionate for the people that we go, to help, and that's a really good trait to have.
Working in a helicopter can be quite draining, not only just because of the nature of our work. It can be intensive and quite high pressure at times.
It's about 80% boredom filled with 20% of mayhem. That 20% is all condensed, and at 2 in the morning when you've got to go from 0 to 100, in a few seconds, and then it's very physically and emotionally demanding. So
The environment as well, it's loud, there's lots of vibration. We've got heavy equipment on, you're sitting in a harness, a life jacket with a helmet on your head. You can't drink a lot of water because there's no place to go to the toilet. An average call is 3 hours from go to woe. It can be physically quite draining on top of the high pressure and the high fidelity of the work we do.
I don't think he could work with us without his yoga, and it's awkward some mornings coming in and Chris is in the downward dog in the crew room. It's not pretty.
He comes in singing, always comes in singing.
I'm usually in a happy mood as I walk through the door, usually singing whatever was on the radio at the time.
Right foot down, left foot to the right. I admire the fact that he comes in so light and singing considering the work he does.
I like the physicality of it. I like the mindfulness. I like the fact that I can come here after a week at work and just sit, breathe, not think, and just relax. Living here in this kind of peace and quiet, it's easy to de-stress. It's always a happy day after being on a helicopter. You know, successfully go home for the day. It's always a good one. My wife's my rock, really, in every sense of the word. She looks after me. I was lucky enough to be employed with my wife Shelley at the same time in 1991 in St John's, and we got together in 1993 and we've been together ever since, much to her disappointment.
Chris is a very dedicated family man as well. He loves animals.
They're my pride and joy, my little land sharks.
The king of the jungles. Those are the king of the jungles.
My proudest moment is actually getting the job as a paramedic. I think that most people will agree with that. I think the day you get a letter to say that you've been employed by the organisation is a great feeling. I've been very lucky with my journey through St John's. I've got to do things that I would never have considered doing beforehand, you know, especially coming from an advertising background. I've transitioned to Country Station as a station manager from a sub-centre to a paramedic model. I've worked on a helicopter. In terms of the roles within St John's that are available to paramedics, well, I think we're very lucky that you can do the job we do in so many different places and so many different circumstances.